What it do, y'all? Welcome back to more Ace Attorney. Previously, Mia Fey was murdered and her little sister Maya was accused of the crime. Now it's up to Phoenix to do what he does best, make sure the real guilty party is brought to justice. The Fey murder trial begins right now.
September 7th, 10:00 a.m.
Did you really just say 10:00? Come on, Bridget, ain't nobody talk like that. You need to step your game up, and we need to step ourselves into district court, courtroom number 1. Here come the judge.
The court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
Really? You don't want to go home and maybe change your shirt? Okay, just checking. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I better not show any signs of weakness today or he'll be on me in an instant.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe.
Don't get me wrong, I love Gumshoe, but how in the world did he become a detective?
Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir, my name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please, describe for us the details of this murder.
And feel free to dance while you're doing it.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here.
And the cause of death?
Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker, found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hand, sir.
Objection!
The court accepts the statue as evidence.
Nobody's gonna object to that. Was a very sexist statement, and they're still calling it a statue.
Floor plans added to the court record.
Now, Detective.
Yes, sir.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence.
More like hard to believe evidence.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey the very moment of the murder.
The very moment, you say? Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor, but first, I'd like to take a moment of the court's time to read some fan mail. This first letter comes to us from... Fine, I'll get on with cross-examination. What am I supposed to cross-examine, though? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that entire text. What the heck? I have just been shot! Wait, Maya threw something at me. Maya, we're not doing fan mail. The judge said no. Wait, what is this?
When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times.
I should have known Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. I mean, not tricks, acceptable legal tactics. Alright, let's give this a try.
Something the matter?
No, Your Honor, everything is A-OK, because my defense is as strong as an O-A-K, and I'd like to begin my cross-examination of Dick Gumshoe.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey the very moment of the murder.
Hola. Wait just 1 second there.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it.
You did say it.
You said it.
Wow, a rare moment of agreement. Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence, Gumshoe?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious. And she sure isn't pink, pal.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I guess she is pink.
That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective?
I'm gonna take that as a no, Your Honor. I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes.
Wait, yes? No, yes. You have no evidence. What is evidence? Tell me.
Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
What?
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found in the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
Objection, Your Honor. Everyone knows Mia Fey hated finger painting.
How you like that? That's my hard evidence.
Since when is speculation hard evidence?
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor?
Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time?
'Cause he's a lousy detective.
I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir.
Try to be more careful.
Wait, that's it?
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Your Honor, you just gonna give him a slap on the wrist and let him go about his business? What kind of kangaroo court are you running here?
After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body.
Did you now?
On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood.
Okay.
Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's.
Anything else?
Also, there was blood found in the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name.
See, that's where you lose me, detective. And I use that word loosely, because you're no Basil of Baker Street. Detective Gumshoe, before we go any further, there's one thing that I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note, that she was accusing the defendant, her sister Maya Fey? That's really what you're saying in your testimony. Am I right?
What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it! Who else could have?
Oh, Gumshoe, you're so adorable when you're wrong. You have it all backwards, detective.
Backwards?
Let me break it down for you. The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. It's all right here in the autopsy.
But-
Nah. No butting your way out of this one, detective. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go sign some autographs. There's one for you and one for you.
Order! Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have the time to write anything down.
Objection! Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
When? Geez, I didn't know there's gonna be questions for me. Bridget, do you remember? She's not talking to me. She's still mad about the start of the video. I think I got it on the day of the murder. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the day of the murder.
You're wrong there, pal. We didn't write an autopsy report till the day after.
Oh, right. Well, then I guess that's when I got it.
The prosecution's point being?
Yeah, tell him, Judge. What does this have to do with anything?
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
What are you talking about? I just got the thing yesterday. How can it be outdated? What are you telling me? Dr. K-Scar Petafluent said, hey, we need another autopsy.
A second autopsy was performed yesterday, at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
No burger flipping way. Are you serious?
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
Did he just take a bow?
I see.
I see. I'm gonna have to borrow your gavel, Judge, to knock some sense into that puffy shirt wearing punk ass over there. Hold me back, Maya. Hold me. You gotta hold me or else
Why,
I just cook.
Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, there is something I want to say. I think the internet was invented by Spider-Man, because it's a web, and who knows more about webs than Peter Parker. And also, Detective Gumshoe, you're a sham. How could you give me a faulty report?
I thought...
Let me guess.
Detective Gumshoe.
Edgeworth probably put you up to it, didn't he? Yep, he did.
I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that.
Oh, please.
I'm sorry, sir.
Don't act like you weren't in on this.
You are at fault, Detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month.
What? But...
Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
Autopsy report updated in the court record.
Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests that the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Exactly what part of her is innocent? On second thought, don't answer that, because talking about April May's parts is probably not going to lead to the most family-friendly place, so let's just move on.
Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your service.
Come on, Judge, you can't do that. It's very distracting.
Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Aw, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. I mean, in some ways it's awesome, but she's already captured the heart of every man in court. Well, except for one.
Tell us, where were you on the night of September the 5th, when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was like, in my hotel room? I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
Your Honor, before we do that, could you give her, like, one of your old robes or something? There's too much fan service in this courtroom.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. And then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped.
Slumped? That's how you describe it?
The end. That's all I saw. A really itsy bitsy bitsy.
That story is about as ridiculous as the prosecution's outfit.
Well, Your Honor?
I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any...
Wait a second, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What about, I don't know, my cross-examination?
I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm.
Something
didn't
firm.
you?
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fay's understudy, were you not?
What about
You
it?
must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny
Whoa,
faults in
what are you
perfectly
trying to say
good
about the
testimonies.
chief? Okay, how dare you?
Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness?
You know what, Your Honor? I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. That, and she has to have some weakness, right?
Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Okay, Your Honor, but tell her to keep the giggling to a minimum, because I've got some contradictions to find.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, ooh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her.
Wait a second, Miss April May. How did you know that it was my client, Maya Fay?
Huh? Well, Gee. First of all, she had that girl's physique. And secondly, she was small. Who else could it be but her?
She has a pair. A point. Darn these intentional Freudian slips. I question why I keep doing them. I also question your testimony, April. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks worse than Grossberg's painting.
What?
You heard me. The painting in Grossberg's office stinks. And Miss May, I'm willing to bet that you're lying. Let me see your pantalones. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? I'll take that involuntary eye twitch as a no.
Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
I'm willing to bet you're clueless about quite a few things, lady, but if you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fay, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. That's the first thing I noticed. I see a girl and I'm like, oh, that's a nice outfit. I don't even look at body type. No one wears clothes like this except for Maya. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. Take it from Phoenix, he knows hairdos. However, the witness's testimony mentions neither of these things. Therefore, we can only conclude this testimony's bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder.
Actually, Your Honor, we know exactly what Maya was wearing on the night of the murder, because I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe, and so did Harry Potter. He had his invisibility cloak thing. Harry, get out here and testify. What do you say to that, Miss May?
Ah, what are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl. I promise.
Your testimony again, if you would.
Your Honor, I would like to move for a mistrial right here and now, because obviously the witness is distracting you with their feminine charms and what? Nobody's gonna listen to Phoenix? Fine.
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statuey clock? The thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination.
No, when I actually get a cross-examination this time, I don't have to fight for it? Thanks!
I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her, and she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. The kind of statuey clock?
Wait a second. What exactly did you call it? Miss May, I don't know if you realize it, but what you said just now was quite revealing.
Revealing? Ooh, you like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer.
Keep your pants on, lady. You just said that this statue of the thinker was a clock, but there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. You know, Miss May, another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And well, he was found guilty of murder! Dun dun dun!
Order! Order!
Sorry, Judge. I was trying to be a little dramatic. Spice it up. Miss May, can you explain how you knew this was a clock?
Objection! The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright.
I will do no such thing. Questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, I mean, I did it once. So that counts, right? Come on, Judge.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Wow, seriously, he bought that? The judge is very open to suggestion. If he had stopped me there, the trial would have been over.
Huh? What? So what happens now?
Random dancing! Don't act like y'all ain't watch that, Carly. No, what happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... because... I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
Oh, you heard it say the time. So, I take it you've been to the law offices of Faye & Co. then?
No. Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard from my hotel room.
The law offices of Faye & Co., where the murder took place, are very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock.
Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
Do you see a Snickers bar in my hand? No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because I'm not Drake singing the hook in that song with Future from a couple years ago, and because the clock couldn't have rung. Your Honor, members of the court, adoring Phoenix Wright fans, it is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. Why, you ask? Because it's empty. That clock is missing its clockwork, all the little gears, and I don't really know what's in a clock. I don't know how they work. I think it's magic.
How could you possibly?
Your Honor, just do a LeVar Burton. Take a look. It's in a clock. It's...
Oh!
That was one strange sounding O. But it is, as you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, we can only conclude one thing. This witness is a big fat liar.
Fat?
No, your lies are fat. You're lovely, Miss May. Why am I looking at Edgeworth?
Tisk. Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright.
I thought it was a pretty awesome show, puffy shirt. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow. he knew.
I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Actually, Your Honor, that's not what happened, and I have proof.
What?
I'm sorry, do you need me to speak slower, Edgeworth? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Actually, it's gonna have to wait till next time. See you guys then for more Ace Attorney.